Welcome back. Today we're going to be welding this little tab back onto here. Let's get started. I'm going to use this torch. All I'm doing there is just tacking it down to hold it in place while I do the welding. Now, I'm going to do the welding. This is what I like about this small torch, is the ability to control it really well without blowing holes in the plastic from too much force, too much volume of the heat. All right? This just allows us to apply the plastic as needed. Use our heated tools to shape the plastic and get all out of whack. Alright, we don't want to lose too much of the shape of this piece, so after I'm done with this little spot right here, I will cool it off and then we'll work another spot in sections. And we're going to do one last little weld on the outside over here just to bring it all together so there's not a weak point, and then we'll shape the back side of it and we're done. For all those who claim that the smoke is destroying the welds, you need to do some more research. In fact, on my website, I have supporting documentation from scientists that say the oxidation or the burn off, the smoke, is not the most important contributing factor to failed welds. It's actually all the other things combined together. Whether your angle of approach is right, whether the heat is proper, whether you have enough bonding force with the surface, right? Whether you're spinning the rod or whether you're pushing down, some sort of friction is needed for welding. All right, so those factors matter more than the smoke. That little smoke you see when we're doing the torch welding, that's just a surface burn off, and it's very minimal, right? When we're done with it, you can look at the plastic and you don't see any of that gray oxidation anywhere, right? All it is once the flame goes away, the plastic is far too hot to handle the oxygen that's present, but the second it cools down to a reasonable temperature, the surface, that smoking goes away, right? So everything is literally just at the surface because it's all embedded below it. So there's really nothing you have to worry about. Watch, you'll see smoke coming off of this, right? But the second it cools down, it's right there, and it's only really at the tool. See, the tool carries the oxidation, where the part itself that we just melted, you don't see any kind of grain or any kind of oxidation in there. All you see is the white plastic and the gray plastic behind it, right? There's no burn off, there's none of that white charred mess on there. See, it's all about just understanding what you're doing. Doing a little bit of research, right? Not believing everything that somebody tells you is precisely the only way to do it. Because I promise you, it's not. As long as you follow scientific principles when you're doing all your work, you will be fine. Now, what do I mean about scientific principles? I mean the science of what we're doing, right? We're plastic welding. Right, so we want to make sure that we're getting the right temperature, which is how close to it basically are with the torch, right? That creates the temperature pocket. Are we staying on it? Are we getting enough pressure into it? And how are we feeding it, right? Are we getting enough material in there to keep a forward bond going, right? Or is it just kind of spinning in circles, not really grabbing a hold? So you got to make sure that everything is going consistently and you're actually doing something. For the longest time, I had other people fool me and tell me that no, you can't smoke. If it's smoking, that's bad. That's all bad. You're not doing it right. You're messing it up. Those same people never took the time to do more research. Now, if you're welding with a nitrogen welder and it starts smoking, then you're doing something wrong. 100%. But we're going to cool that off and I'll show you just how strong it is. So there you have it. There's the tab welded back on. Alright. We can make it look a lot more pretty. We'll grab our Dremel out and kind of smooth a lot of those edges up and make it look like it's not so mangled up, right? But the idea is there, and the part is there. That's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere, right? Like we're literally moving shit around. It's not going anywhere. All right. So that's good. Now the moment of truth. Will the white tab fit back on top? Or did we mess it up? Haha, success. So that's pretty good, fellas. Thanks for watching.